Hey dudes, so yesterday at the Xbox Showcase, we had Persona 4 Revival and Persona 6. And there's a lot to talk about that I think hasn't been talked about yet on YouTube. But before we do that, if you can, like and subscribe, really would help me out trying to start here on YouTube. And yeah, let's get into it. So, first of all, we've got uh, a beautiful piece of art. That's all I can describe it as beautiful, spectacular. This is going to be the main cover art for Persona 4 Revival. Uh, as I can show you here on the Microsoft Store, they've got it here as the main box art. Probably going to have that on the main physical cover of the game, as well as you see here in the background. Um, you can pre-order the game already on the Microsoft Store and also on the Xbox Store. You can't get it yet on the PS5 or Steam Store, but that was the same situation last year when Persona 4 Revival was first released or first revealed at the Xbox Showcase. You can wishlist it on Xbox, but you couldn't on PlayStation or Steam for a few months. I expect that to be the same way, at least until like September. You're not going to be able to pre-order it on PlayStation or Steam, but that's unfortunate. You have a few screenshots here. I'll talk about that later. Um, but yeah, I wanna if you want to go to this website also, it's up here at the top, sega.com/persona4 revival. Everything I talk about in this video is mostly going to be here. I want to skip that past this because this is mainly what we'll see in the trailers. Here we go. This is, I believe, the victory screen at the end of the battle, or maybe at the very end of the all-out attack. I'm not too sure what this is, but you can see quite a lot of quite a lot here. So we're really leading in to the like TV aesthetic and TV world during the battle, which you will see in other screenshots. Got here the wild card, which if you don't know, every protagonist in Persona is the wild card. It just means we can use different personas, but I assume you guys know that. This is also pretty early on in the game because you can see just Chie and Yosuke in the background, not even Teddy, because I think this is when he's still like an assist. Yeah, yeah. So this is way before like the fourth or fifth palace. Um, and we do have a very nice comparison between Persona 4 Golden and Persona 4 Revival, just to show the massive gap between the two games. I think Persona 4 originally came out in 2008, was re-released on the PS Vita in 2011. So it really has like 15 plus years. Just such a huge gap in technology. I mean, which is why exactly we needed this remake. Well, we didn't need it, but it's very nice to have. Ooh, like Street Fighters just finished downloading. We have uh, quite a few nice screenshots that we didn't see before. Oops, sorry about this. So here's our first screenshot of Inaba. This is Inaba train station, which is where, of course, you start off at the very start of the game. You do see him with a duffel bag, so I assume this is April. Yeah, April 11th, at the very start of the game. Um, we are playing this on Xbox. You can see the logos down here, of course. Uh, a few Yasugami High school pupils here on the right. And okay, and here we have our first screenshot of the TV world. This is just after Yukiko's Palace. I'm not gonna spoil who's is next in case you haven't played it, but there's not really much to go off here. This is exactly what you'd kind of expect. Uh, Very faithful to the original one. It's very foggy at the background. You can see all the original members in the exact same positions, I believe, that they were before. Have the Velvet Room here on the left, which I can't tell if that's any different to Persona 3 Reload. But yeah, it's just looking very nice. Just what you would expect from a remake. In this image, we have I believe Yosuke's persona. I can't remember his name. It's sort of like a J. Sorry guys if I forget that. But this is really cool. It's from the very start of the game where I believe Yu has just discovered his persona, or he's about to discover, and he's gonna help Yosuke. Um, yeah, this is right after they also entered the TV world in Junes, which is really cool. He is looking huge. Like his whole persona, he is massive. And I think you see that quite a lot, especially in the battle UI. So this is a screenshot of the ski trip, which happens much later into the game. I'm not sure why they've shown it already, but it just is cool to see everyone together. We did keep some of Yosuke's later in here. I can't remember who he's, like teased in here, but he's they're definitely not changing Yosuke, which is good to see. We also get our first look at Yukiko's. Well, I don't want to, it's literally a palace, but it's not like a palace from Persona 5. This is a dungeon, but since she is like role play, not role playing, but she believes she's a queen or a princess in the scene. It does manifest in the form of a palace here, not to be confused with the ones with Persona 5, but oh, and it's some very important piece of information. Um, just like people said there are three different editions to buy of the game. Personally, I'll just be getting the standard edition. I'm not a big fan of all this DLC, but if you do want the DLC, you will have pretty much exactly what you get from Persona 3 Reload. Get some background music from the other two uh, recent Persona games. Persona set, which I can imagine will be stupidly overpowered, just like in Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Royal. And an outfit set from the main cast. Or you could get the digital premium edition, in which you get even more music and even more uh, outfits. So we get Persona 3 Reload outfits, Persona 5 Royal outfits. You will be able to buy these separately, but if you do pre-order it, you do get the Velvet. Right? Oh no, for pre-ordering you get the background music set. Then these are part of the other editions. You can't get this on Xbox already. You can't get it. You can only wishlist it on the other platforms. I think I did show before they can buy it on Microsoft. In the UK, it's £65, which is more than I thought it would be. But don't think we got to look at this screenshot specifically in the trailer, but it's our first look at Yukiko's Palace and the Midnight Channel. The little description here, nothing different from the original. We do get our first portraits of some of the different characters, so I can imagine we will update this later in the year, probably around the Game Awards, to showcase the other characters. But for now, we have Yu Narukami, protagonist, Yosuke, trying to impress people. It looks like trying to look cool. Chie looking awkward as ever. I do want to show this. Yeah, Chie's Galactic Punt from Persona 4 original, looking super cool. All these different effects on screen, and this is one of the screenshots I just can't get over. Just the difference in like graphical fidelity between this and Persona 4 Golden it's such a huge leap, and it makes me think back to when Persona 4 Royal was first announced. People said I was one of the people that said that this doesn't need a remake. I want Persona 6. But now looking at this, like, it really puts it in a completely different perspective how long ago Persona 4 Golden was and how hopefully good of a remake this will be, how like faithful this will be to the original game. Which I think it has been so far from the screenshots they've shown. Do you have confirmation that there will be Persona 4 Golden content in the game? Of course, Marie uh, is here. People are worried that she would be included after Persona 3 Reload cut some of the content from its late edition, like the female protagonist from Persona 3 Portable, or making the Persona 3 Fez like extra story content locked out into only a DLC. That was unfortunate, but this will leave the base game this time. You will see later, we do also bring back the scooters, which I'll talk about more. They gave this teacher a proper portrait, so she did not have a portrait of the original Persona 4. Just a nice little feature to have. It doesn't really change much, but it's cool to see that they added effort into little details like this, especially when it's not needed. I have a first screenshot from Chie's social link. They did confirm that, like Persona 3 Reload, every stage of the social link will be fully voice cast from start to finish. All the dialogue will be voice cast by the new cast members, which is really cool. I think something that was definitely missing from the original Persona 4, and I think Persona 5 Royal also didn't have their social links fully dialogued from start to finish. We only had it from rank 1 and then also rank 9 and 10 for Persona 5 Royal. So to have it all fully voiced over is really cool. Also have another nice screenshot. I don't remember this from the original. I don't remember them singing karaoke. I think this is much later in the game, like October. They're singing karaoke together, and Yosuke, he is not looking at the lyrics at all. He is looking straight at the protagonist, which is giving people some ideas about the nature of his social link in Persona 4 Revival. I'm not going to comment on that, but I'm hopeful that people will get what they want. We do also have some very cool screenshots of the school life in Persona 4 Revival. Here is the music club from Persona 4 Golden, as well as the library. I believe this is also new. I don't remember the library. Still really cool to have, like the library as well as a screenshot of Yukiko's social link. Grab a first look at the social link UI also. I believe it from the main menu. Oh no, this is when you rank up with the social link. Uh, looking absolutely gorgeous here. I can't lie. Looking spectacular. This is also something I wanted to point out. The social stats screen. They did not show this in the trailer, I don't believe. If they did, it was a very short amount of time. But it's looking a lot more colourful than previous games. In Persona 3 Reload, all the icons were just blue. Now they actually get their own little colours, which again, not a necessary change, but it's very nice to see. I do like seeing all these tiny visual changes because it shows they really do care. Do you also notice that in the background, you is in the school library that I show later. Can't tell if this is late in the afternoon or maybe like a foggy day. Finally, we have uh, a few screenshots of the Midnight Channel. First of all, we have a screenshot of Shadow Chie, which here, strangely enough, I mean, I don't remember subtitles being anywhere else, but they called it Other Chie instead of Shadow Chie, which is making me question why they would make that change. But have again another look at the palaces. This is, I believe, in the palace after Yukiko. Yeah, Stevie Bathhouse. I won't say whose palace this is, but oh, it says here on the right, anyways. But yeah, wow, so much detail going on here. The floor tiles, the little this is coal on the side here. What's warming up the bath? I don't know. I've never been to a bathhouse. The shadows look pretty similar. And finally, another look at the Midnight Channel. This is when they first entered with Chie. Also, did make some new changes to the battle system. So, firstly, there is this first strike system where as soon as you start a battle with a shadow, you can attack them temporarily at the start, which allow you to get the upper hand. Um, it does sound pretty similar to an ambush. I'm not sure how different it is. Do you also let you? This I found this very interesting. They let you guard against shadows now, which causes them to be stunned. That is very interesting of it. I can imagine we're probably going to see that in a Persona 6 also. And of course, we have one more system, as well as, I don't remember this being here, assist. An assist button is definitely new to the series. You can knock back shadows into other shadows to deal extra damage, as well as spreading any ailments we may have. You have the baton pass, which believes comes from Persona 5. I also don't remember that in Persona 4. And finally, this is brand new, first time in the Persona series, Prime Time. So acts as a gauge or a gauge, not sure how you say it, that fills up throughout the battle. And as you can see here, you get a series of consecutive actions. All skill costs are eliminated. Enemy resistances are ignored, and the baton pass is freely available. So you can just switch it between all your team, however much you like. And then once it's fully depleted, you get a flashy series finale, which I guess is just another way of calling it an all-out attack. That's super cool to see. I like that they're not just remaking, they're not just giving the game a new coat of paint, new graphics, but actually making big changes to the battle system, even unique to previous Persona titles. That's awesome. And of course, our first look at the Velvet Room. Can't have a Persona game without the Velvet Room. I like this little detail here where you can see them in the background, Igor, Marie, and you can get a tiny glimpse of Margaret here, which has made me realize you don't get to see Margaret anywhere throughout the game, but anywhere throughout the screenshots, but she will be here. I just noticed here, see you in the background when he's checking out his personas. That's cool. Also, want to point out a few things I saw on Twitter. So this guy, uh, funnily enough, noticed Jack Frost invented machine in the background on one of the trailers. We also have here a limited edition. Looks like a collector's edition for Persona 4 Revival. Yeah, this basically confirms what I said before, that this art will be the cover art for the physical versions of the game, as well as on all storefronts. You have a little other pieces of information. So we do have the DLC, Velvet Room DLC costumes, of course. Music pack with music from Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Royal. I guess nothing from original Persona 4. I mean, I guess you won't need it, but I do really like the music from original. Uh, Hopefully the new remixes are good. And we do have some other collector's edition stuff. I would really like that art book. I think I'd like that more than anything else here, apart from the actual game. I really want the art book. We also did improve Chie's posture in some scenes. I say some scenes because, yeah, here it's still pretty bad, but still nowhere near as bad as the original game. This does look just the portraits on the left, as well as the in-game models, such an improvement, as well as another as well as another screenshot of the main team hanging out together. And we also get a little screenshot of you and little Nanako sitting together at Junes. We get another look at the happiness bubbles in uh, from the social links when you level up or say something that your link likes. I think it looks quite cute. These little little flakes. Now, people pointed this out. I don't know if this is the victory screen or what you see after the all-out attack, or after maybe the prime time attack. I think that's why this looks so unfamiliar, because this could be part of the prime attack. Oh, sorry, the prime time final attack. You can see some details. You got the wild card here written on the back, which is of course referring to protagonist. Really leading into the like TV aesthetic of the game, which you do see in other battle screenshots. Um, yeah, I think this is definitely what you see from the last person by finishing the prime time attack. I guess if like Yosuke was finishing the prime time, you'd see something else on the back here as well as his face. We have another screenshot here of Adachi and Dojime. Pretty cool. Neat little side characters that have no relevance to the story, right? Again, going back to just how different this game looks to previous titles. Look at Persona 5 versus, whoa, this game looks huge. Such a huge difference. Keep in mind, this is a sorry, this is a PlayStation 3 game. That's how long it's been since we've had like a proper next gen game, next gen Persona game. This is our actual first Persona game on the next gen consoles. Another quick look of a battle UI here. I'll let you guys look. Another screenshot here. Another confirmation that we are keeping content from Persona 4 Golden with the scooters. This does mean that you will be able to visit the city or the beach, most likely. Maybe possibly some new locations also. Who knows? Another cool scene with Marie. And finally, I have to talk about this also. Persona 6. there isn't much to talk about. Let me just translate this here. Sorry. Uh, we do have confirmation that it will be some kind of like occult mystery game. We'll see that more on the Xbox page when I show you. But you can see all the different platforms it'll launch on. I don't believe it won't launch on Switch 2. If it doesn't launch at the same time as these other consoles, that'd be massive, really disappointing. Not that I own a Switch 2 anyways, but you can't already pre wishlist the game for Xbox, not for PlayStation 5 or Steam just yet. Uh, I can't really do anything on this page. I can't scroll up or down. I can't do anything except click this, which leads us to the Xbox page. Like translate that also. Oh, here you go. I can't see the screenshots because I haven't logged in yet, and it is age verified, but it's nothing different from what you've seen in the trailers. Just the pointing hand of a grave. Kind of wish list here if you like. Supports Xbox Play Anywhere, so you can play on any device. Really cool. Uh, Let me see. Here's the important part. So all the everything else we've already done from other Persona titles. It's here that I really want to focus on. So while experiencing familiar events, you can also experience mysterious rumors and urban legends. The story depicts boys and girls confronting occult incidents. So this first line, well, I guess this fourth line here in the paragraph, that's very similar to Persona 2. I think what's really going to separate this game from Persona 2, another game about rumors and urban legends coming back to life, is specifically this. So it's not going to be a rumor game about certain historical figures coming back to life. Hopefully not. If if you know, you know. But this is going to be much more about the occult, and I don't want to spoil anything for for people that haven't seen the leaks, but there are leaks out there that do give you an idea about what possibly the Shadow World, like metaverse outfits are going to look like. You relate to this occult stuff. I'm not going to say more than that, but I guess that this is really the angle, like the big difference from previous games. It's going to be a lot about the occult, which I cannot wait. I really hope maybe lead to the horror aesthetic, horror style. And yeah, that's all there really is to show right now for Persona 4 Revival and Persona 6. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please, if you enjoyed the video or you found this information useful, leave a like, subscribe, maybe share this with a friend who's also interested in Persona 4 and Persona 6, or just the Persona series in general. If you do have any feedback for me, since this is my first actual video recorded on my screen, my screen capture, please do leave it in the comments. Just be nice, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much, and I'll speak to you another time. See ya. Yeah, one last thing I remembered whilst I was editing is that The Weeknd posted this on his alt account after the Xbox showcase. Basically, he visited Atlas and got an early look at Persona 4 Revival and Persona 6, and he posted this. This is, to my knowledge, not available on any website, posted by Atlas, any social media page. So it's pretty cool that we got an exclusive look at Yukiko's palace.